What's up, guys? ScarfChompGaming here, and today we are going to be going into the Spikemuth tournament, and I think we're going to have a good time. I think it's going to be good. We've got a team prepared that we've been using, and we got ready for this tournament, and we have officially entered. It's going to be a good one. I think we're going to do well. Honestly, I do. I didn't have time to play 15 battles a day, because that honestly takes a very long time, guys. It really does. But let's take a look and see who we got going here. And I have not uploaded this team. I don't plan on it since it's a non-Dynamax format. I mean, I doubt you guys are really going to want to rent this. But we got Darmanitan, Guerrilla Tactics, Choice Scarf, Icicle Crash, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Superpower. I have thought about changing the Superpower to an Earthquake and the Icicle Crash to Ice Punch, just for the accuracy on the Ice Punch and then the coverage of the Earthquake. Although Superpower has great coverage as well. We've got Ferrothorn. You guys have seen this. Ferrothorn, it's nothing new. Pretty standard set I like to run. We've got Dracopult, who is kind of mixed. It's interesting here with Dragon Dance, Dragon Darts, Thunderbolt, and Shadow Ball. We've got Lapras with Hydro Pump, Thunder, Freeze Dry, Weakness Policy, and Protect. And Protect's pretty cool against Cinderaces who want a high jump kick. A lot of people don't expect Protect on Lapras, and I do kind of like it. Then we've got Cinderace, Powerball, Acrobatics, Sucker Punch, and Taunt. And Taunt actually does kind of come in handy. I try and use it on the Scolopedes and other things like that. And then we've got Slowking with Regenerator, Assault Vest. This thing is really good and honestly could probably go on 99% of teams out there. With Assault Vest and Regenerator, it stays around for a very long time as long as it doesn't run into Garchomp. But Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Ice Beam for coverage, obviously the Sludge Bomb for stab, and then Future Sight hits so hard and is actually really good, especially when people want to swap in. So like what will happen is Slowking will get half HP or whatever, and we'll have a good switch in. We'll hit Future Sight, they'll swap into something that can KO it. We hit the Future Sight, and then we swap out into something that will resist whatever they're going to knock out Slowking with. And the Future Sight comes back in. It's really good. Overall, guys, this team is fun. It has some weaknesses. Cinderace is hard to deal with. Cinderace is always hard to deal with, right? Urshifu's hard to deal with. I do think I play around those two Pokemon pretty well for the most part. But, yeah, this team also struggles a little bit to ground, as always. My teams seem to. But I hate throwing flying types on all my teams. Anyway, that's the team, guys. Let me know what you think. And we can jump into those battles. Okay, guys, a few Pokemon to look out for here. Mimikyu's going to be annoying. Urshifu's annoying. Zapdos is annoying. Rillaboom's annoying. Cinderace is annoying. Rotom Wash is meh. Whatever. Honestly, we probably should have brought some more annoying Pokemon than what we did. Lapras is just kind of there for Water Absorb because I wanted to basically not let people bring Draco Fishes. They can just get swept. So that's why Lapras is here, even though without Gmax, it's just not that great. Now, hopefully this thing is, first off, that looks like the water fighting, but it's dark fighting. Okay, I can never tell. The difference, we're going to U-turn out. And we do get the U-turn off first for some pretty decent damage. We'll probably go into Cinderace here, just because I want to save Ferrothorn. Alright, he goes for Wicked Blow, which takes us down to 7. I think I'm going to switch back into Darmanitan here, because I'm expecting the Sucker Punch. Let's see if they predict that or not. It's a bold move. There it is. They will have to Sucker Punch here, but we should be able to pick up the KO. Does some good damage, but Darmanitan does survive. And now we've got Cinderace in the back for some tribute fodder. Even though if they have Cinderace, they can just Sucker Punch again. And this is probably Cinderace right here. And it's probably going to Sucker Punch. We could swap. And we actually do get this Icicle Crash off. Hopefully we get a flinch. That would be superb. No flinch. They go for the Pyro Ball. And our Darmanitan goes down. Alright, so we do see that the enemy Cinderace is Life Orb. And I think if we can get the Sucker Punch off, we'll be okay. We'll see what they go for here. And we do actually get the Sucker Punch off, which is great. I think their play would have had to have been the Sucker Punch. And how does double Sucker Punch work, guys? Does it fail? Or does it actually go and we just want to speed tie? Either way, we're playing pretty good. Alright, the last Pokemon's Mimikyu. Do I go for a Taunt? Or a Sucker Punch? I gotta go for a Taunt. I think Taunt is the safer play. Because I really didn't want it setting up against Ferrothorn, even though there's not a whole lot it can do to Ferrothorn. I really don't know if we need to set Leech Seed. Leech Seed Protect. They might have Substitute, so let's go for the Gyro Ball here first. Just a scout. Alright, so yeah, they do Swords Dance. Mainly here I wanted to make sure that they weren't Keyberry? Is that Keyberry? If it's Keyberry, we're going to go for... Yeah, that's Keyberry. We're going to go for Leech Seed. And they have Drain Punch, which does good damage, actually. Wow. We're not out of the woods yet. But we do have Iron Barbs, which is great. And we hit the Leech Seed now. Gotta love it. And let's see, we recover 11 plus here. So they did about 70. We get about 30 back. I'm going to go for the Gyro Ball here, because I think they're going to go for the Swords Dance. Yep, we were absolutely correct. So we read our opponent pretty well there, because they were going to expect us to protect. So the Gyro Ball was risky. Honestly, a lot of our plays here were risky, but they pay off. And honestly, it would have been fine to go for the Gyro Ball instead of the Leech Seed anyway. But we do pick up the win, guys. GG to our opponent. Okay. Well, we have a Trick Room and or a Fire Team. The best part about Trick Room is that Ferrothorn loves it. I honestly think we can lead Slowking. We can bring Ferrothorn. And do we bring Darmanitan? I don't see why not. The Rhyperior probably carries the Fire Punch. They may bring their Fire Team. They may not be bringing the Trick Room team. I don't know. It'll be hard to see. For anyone wondering, Sucker Punch does not KO. And Flare Blitz does KO. Guaranteed 2-hit KO. It does 80%, which would have been enough to win that match where we got critted on. If that one even made the cut. It may not have made the cut, guys. But I think it will. Can't believe we lost that one. All right, so we make a good prediction here. We know the Trick Room's coming. A part of me wants to go Future Sight and then Sludge Bomb. Do we do that? I think we do, because they're going to set up Trick Room. Oh, goes for the Mystical Fire, so he wants the special attack drop. And honestly, that's fine. Slowking doesn't care. Go for the Sludge Bomb here. Well, I wish we would have Sludge Bombed right off the bat. Either way, this should do some good damage. Yeah, we're looking at 2-hit KO. And we get the Poison, which is always great. There's the Trick Room. Can't say I'm surprised. Alright, now we'll go for the Sludge Bomb here. They go for the Misty Explosion. We should eat this up. Alright, and I imagine Glastrier is coming out. There's the Glastrier. And we will gladly switch into Ferrothorn here and get our HP back since we are Regenerator. Hopefully Torkoal or somebody's in the back. And we've got the Ferrothorn. High horsepower is neutral, but Ferrothorn eats that up. And we've got Iron Barb's damage. And then here comes that... Oh, no, Future Sight. Never mind. We missed Future Sight. I will go actually for a Leech Seed because I do not want to activate the weakness policy. And we are faster. There's no fire moves it can learn. It can learn close combat, which it does have, but we should eat that up pretty well. Yeah, we do, which is great. And our opponent's defense and special defense is going to fall. We do hurt them with the Iron Barbs. We do get some HP back. Things are looking up. Alright, now we need to look at how many turns of Trick Room. There's one turn of Trick Room left. I don't think Gyro Ball is enough to KO, and I don't really want to lose Ferrothorn here, so I'm going to Protect. Our opponent is thinking about what they want to do. They might switch out. They stay in. We go for the Protect. Now let's see what move they use here. Okay, so they go for the Icicle Crash. Alright, and this should get us back into green health, 108, Twisted Dimensions, return to normal. I will go for a Gyro Ball now. They go for the close combat again, which is fine. I should have gone for the Gyro Ball since they dropped their defense. We'd still have Ferrothorn. Not a big deal though. One thing we do need to check. 3B. Now they do get the Chilling Nay. Let's go Galar-Slowking. Oh, you Assault Vest versus Glastrier. Sludge Bomb's doing 37%. Is that enough? I honestly don't think it is. But we pretty much got to. We should be faster. If we're not, then that's just GG. We do take out the Glastrier. It's a little bit of a risky play there, but that's how we roll. We probably should have Gyro Balled in that Trick Room. Oh well, is what it is. And the last Pokemon is Porygon. It gets the Regenerator. I'm going to go for a Future Sight. And we'll see what this thing wants to do. Since it can't Dynamax, it can't get super bulky. Now, it does have Shadow Ball. That's pretty annoying. We'll see if we eat it up or not. We actually do pretty well. Going to hit that Future Sight. And then I think I'll go for a Sludge Bomb since it's Stab. Although Freeze would be nice. They haven't showed that they can protect you yet. I thought we survived one more. And we do get the Poison. So we've got just about everything going for us. They probably have to recover here. And they don't. So this is probably game right here. Because Slowking does survive. We're going to get the Sludge Bomb off. And then they are going to take poison damage and the Future Sight attack. Which Future Sight's going to be a lot stronger than Sludge Bomb. And now goes Porygon 2. So we do pick up the win. Thank you, Galar-Slowking. We do kind of misplay with Ferrothorn, but we work around it with Slowking. And we will pick up another win. Alright, I'm a tad bit concerned about this guy's team. It's pretty good. I'm going to go Lapras, Slowking, Cinderace. Ooh. Honestly, I'm pretty concerned about that Azumarill. Man, I really don't know what to do here, guys. There's a lot of things we could do. A lot of things we should do. Maybe Darmanitan, screw it. Let's see what happens. We've got to look out for the Garchomp. That could be a problem for us. Alright, and their lead is not really what I was expecting. I'm going to go for the Freeze Dry here. We are Weakness Policy. They might have Toxic. If they do, we'll switch out into Darmanitan. Okay, so they withdraw here. This is probably Magnezone. It most definitely is. Maybe we'll get the Freeze here. I think it's 10%. No Freeze. That's okay, we got Slowking in the back for this exact matchup. They may Iron Defense here. Now the Body Press is not very effective. They may Double Switch. That would also be good. I'm actually expecting them to Double Switch now, with how long this is taking. So we did reveal the Freeze Dry, which is whatever, I guess. They may go for the Iron Defense here. Goes for Thunderbolt. If this gets the Paralysis, that would be annoying. That did a lot. So that thing's definitely Specs. I will go for the Flamethrower. We need to get rid of this thing. Stat. Goes for a Thunderbolt again, which is fine. Does really good damage to Slowking. Slowking gets the Flamethrower off. We are Regenerator. And wow, that did not do much of anything. I think we can survive another one. We could regenerate. I really don't want to sack anybody. So yeah, we're gonna have to hit another Flamethrower here. Goes for, so it's not Choice Specs, it just does a lot of damage. Wow. Probably into Honchkrow here, right? That's what that is. I can never tell in the Japanese writing does not help. Into Shifu. Hopefully we can get the burn here. Oh, we did massive damage there. Alright, come on out, Lapras. Lapras is pretty obvious. Wicked Blow is just going to do a lot of damage. It is insanely dumb how strong this thing is. We can't even protect, so Lapras is going down. Yeah, we probably should have brought her Shifu. It's so broken. I just use it so much. You know what I mean? Get sick of it. The worst part is you can't change your team. Alright, it's fine. We got Natan. Alright. Now they can Sucker Punch. I imagine they're locked in. I do kind of want to Sucker Punch because I feel like they're going to swap into Magnezone. I think a superpower would have been kind of crazy there. They have to Sucker Punch, right? I mean, that's their play. They're probably locked in. And honestly, if Icicle Crash does over a quarter, we would be sitting very good. And they actually go into their defensive bird. Can't think of its name. Do half. Does over half, which is great. Great news for everybody. Alright, we're going to go for the Icicle Crash again, because why not? There's the Icicle Crash. So I think the smart play for our opponent would be to go into Magnezone here. Which they definitely do. Unfortunately, Slowking's Regenerator is just not going to be enough. That thing did some massive damage. It's probably well, Flash Cannon's interesting. Still not enough for Slowking to survive. We'll go for the Flamethrower here, but obviously it's going to outspeed us. I'm very surprised at how much damage this did to Assault Vest Slowking. I mean, we don't have special defense investment. I think we're max HP, max special attack. But, I mean, still, with the Assault Vest and just the base bulk, you would think that we would have done better. I'm starting to actually think Flare Blitz is the better play than the Superpower, because Superpower will lower our defense. Now, obviously, Flare Blitz will reduce some of our HP, but since it's under half, I think it is our best play. This is a winnable match, although if the Urshifu is choice banded, there's nothing we can do. I think it's game if that's the case, but we'll lock ourselves into that. Yeah, if it's like Focus Sash or Shifu, I think we can survive a Sucker Punch. And I think a Flare Blitz KOs, but if it's Choice Band, we're definitely going down. There's the Sucker Punch. Is it Choice Band? Looks like it is. Oh. I'm really going to lose on a crit to somebody who was 60 points ahead of me on the ladder. Oh. Alright, guys. I think Darmanitan is a decent lead here. followed by Ferrothorn, and then Slowking. I think Slowking with the Assault Vest is really good. It can do a lot of damage. We can switch in on the Sylveon, the Lapras, not really the Espeon, since it, I mean, it does neutral damage, I guess, but it probably carries the Psyshock, so there's probably nothing we can do about that. But we'll see what our opponent does and who they bring. Hopefully no Cinderace. We don't really handle Cinderace very well. Alright, so our opponent leads Dracopult, and looking at their team, a part of me wants to U-turn. Part of me wants to hit the Icicle Crash, thinking they'll stay in, but they possibly swap here. I mean, their Manatan does feel like a pretty obvious lead. Okay, they have Steel Wing, so they must be Choice Bandit, and they actually do get the defense raise off that. I remember when this game early on came out. They did run that. I'm going to go for the Leech Seed here because I expect them to switch. Probably into Cinderace here. There it is. There's the Leech Seed. Alright. And we do get a little HP there, not that we needed it. We are ×4 weak to fire. We'll go for the Protect here. Hopefully they have high jump kick. And then they just continue to go and crash. But we cannot get that lucky. Alright, so at this point I don't see Slowking being super important. Alright, here comes the Pyro Ball, which probably just takes us out, if not down to really low HP. Although we do get some HP back from the Leech Seed, which is nice. Alright, I'm going to go for a Future Sight in case they try and hit the Sucker Punch, just for whatever reason. It would definitely be a misplay, although it is more accurate than Pyro Ball. Pyro Ball could miss, so they do go for the Sucker Punch. I don't know if that hits us since we're... okay, it does, I guess. That counts as an attacking move. Oh, you live and you learn. Alright, so we're going to bring out our Manatan here. And we're in a pretty good spot. Well, actually we're not. We're just going to lose. Never mind, they don't go for Sucker Punch. So huge misplay on our opponent. We lock ourselves into Icicle Crash. So we actually have a chance here now, guys. Sucker Punch would have won them the game. They must not have thought we were Scarf since their Dragapult went first. So obviously we're going to swap into Ferrothorn here. We don't know what their third Pokemon is. We know that we have Hurt. Their Dragapult, so if... Well, we know the Choice Scarf, I was going to say, so if they're Focus Sash, but we know the Choice Scarf. Well, hopefully they choose wisely. Probably Dragon Darts and or Shadow Ball. There's the Dragon Darts, so they expected the switch. Now we will resist this really well, which is super nice. I don't expect any Fire-type moves, unless they randomly ran it for coverage, which would be pretty dirty, not gonna lie. Alright, now we'll go for the Leech Seed to play it slow and to play it safe. Ferrothorn's great at that. The problem with this team is Cinderace is a pretty big threat because Darmanitan is weak and Ferrothorn is weak. And as you saw with Slowking, doesn't have a great matchup either. Alright, so opponent withdraws into their third Pokemon. It's probably Lapras. Espeon, who has Magic Bounce. So good play. At least it doesn't affect Ferrothorn, which is great. And this thing probably has Mystical Fire. So we're probably gone here. Goes for the Calm Mind, which is okay. And I have a feeling that this Gyro Ball is actually going to do good damage. When I say good damage, I mean it, I guess. Alright, so they're definitely going to attack this turn. They must not have the Mystical Fire, or they would definitely go for it. There's a Psychic, which we should take just fine. Yeah, not very effective. However, it does lower our special defense and their life orb, so they actually take themselves out. And now all we have to do is seed and stall the Dragon Bolt. We actually do have Protect. There are a few ways around this. Since they're Scarfed, they can't Dragon Dance, so we actually win on their misplay here. They definitely thought they were faster. I'm going to play it safe with the Leech Seed. Decent play here. The only thing is we will get extra health back. And Ferrothorn is max HP, max defense. We're going to go for the Leech Seed here. And we hit the seeds, which is great. And that will be the battle, guys. We'll see if our opponent wants to stick around or not. Really greedy play by not hitting that Sucker Punch. And our opponent will just cancel the battle. Alright, we'll pick up that win. Alright guys, well, we're going to go Slowking. I'm bringing my Lapras for obvious reasons. We've got Slowking, and then I'm thinking Cinderace. Oh, excuse me. I think Cinderace has a good matchup here. Let's see what our opponent wants to do. We'll see who they pick. Kita. Alright guys, who do you think the lead is? I'm going with, not Dragonfish, Megazone. Okay, we have a favorable lead here, in my opinion, although Megazone has been doing just a crap ton of damage to us lately. If they switch into Dracofish, that is 100% A-okay. They go for Thunderbolt here. Now I'm impressed with how much damage that is doing because we are Assault Vest. Alright, we get a good chunk in there. They can go for their Thunderbolt again, that is fine. We do not fear this Megazone, we'll probably get critted. I am very impressed with how much damage that's doing. That is doing more damage than I think it should. Unless he's Choice Specs. I went up against one earlier that was not Choice Specs, it was still doing that much damage. Does that get Oh, what is the ability? Let's look it up. I think it's analytic or... there's Megaton, there's Magazone. Attack power increased by 3% Pokemon as the last Pokemon to attack this turn, so it's not doing that. So I think that thing's just that strong. Alright, what are we up against? Articuno. I think I'm okay with going to Lapras here. Regenerator, we'll get some HP back. Goes for the Freeze Dry, this should be neutral on Lapras. I will go for the Thunder. Hopefully we don't proc a weakness policy. I could see it. Goes for Sheer Cold. If that hits, I will be pretty upset. We do proc the weakness policy, so that is fun. That is fun, guys. I mean, what do you do? I think we just hit a Freeze Dry. And it goes for Roost. This thing's got Roost. Okay, we are in an interesting predicament here. I mean, I'll go for the Freeze Dry. It's neutral, it's stab, it'll do... never mind, it's not water type, what was I thinking? Okay, we'll go for the Thunder here. Get a Paralysis. Now this is stab now. It's neutral. We hit 2 Thunders. That's pretty great. Let's get a Paralysis. No Paralysis. I'm going to go for Thunder again, because they're probably going to Roost. Good chance we miss. And it's not super effective now. They dropped their Flying type. Hydro Pump would have been the better play. But I'm trying to get the Paralysis. I can't believe we've hit this many. What's the percentage? I think it's 30%. Someone fact check. 30%. They Roost again. Okay, that's fair. The real question is, there's the Paralysis. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to switch Slowking. And the thought process here, guys, is I think Dracofish is in the back. I really don't care. That it Roosts. What are we thinking this thing's max speed? I'm guessing it's not max speed, actually. I might go for Future Sight. Screw it, we'll go for Flamethrower. Ooh, paralyzed, cannot move. Here comes the Flamethrower. Oh man, that's massive damage. If they're paralyzed again, we are in good condition. They're going to have to Roost here. Oh, we get the double Paralysis. Slowking for the win. I love Slowking, so good. Please tell me it's Dracofish in the back. Was I saying Dragapult earlier? Dracofish. I think Dracofish is in the back. That is my guess. That's what we're going with. And it's Cinderace. Let's do a quick calc. Cinderace level 50 versus Galar-Slowking. Oh, you Assault Vest. Give it Sucker Punch. Make it level 100. It's doing a lot. I think we're going to sack Lapras here. I think it's going to go for Sucker Punch. It may not. We're going to sack Lapras. Because Lapras is a sack. So it does have the Sucker Punch. We could try and PP stall, right? We could protect here, see what it does. I don't know. go for the Hydro Pump here. Powerball's definitely going to hit. Goes for a high jump kick. Man, I wish we would have protected again. Not that it would have mattered. Lapras going down. Okay, so it says that Sucker Punch does 66.3 to 78.2. And calculator 167 divided by 202 is 82%. So we are not in KO range. Allegedly. Let's hit a stab Sludge Bomb. Goes for Powerball. That's probably within KO range, so it probably doesn't matter now. We survive. Slowking with the Sludge Bomb. Oh, that did massive damage. Yeah, let's just go for the Sludge Bomb. Not that it matters. Alright, that's their fourth. Pyro Ball. Maybe their fifth one will miss. Alright. We've got Cinderace of our own. I think I'm just going to go for the Acrobatics. Let's see how much that does. Cinderace versus Cinderace. Give it Acrobatics. Make it level 50. 35.4 to 42.5. I would say it is in range. Let's hit it. We move first. We change to the flying type. And we take it out. GG to our opponent. A good win for us there. We were pretty even on the ladder. About 3 points between us. And we pick up the win. Alright guys. Well, there were some of our first day Spikemuth Cup matches. The team isn't bad. We lost on a crit. Oh man, we should only have like one loss. I think we have 2 or 3. And that crit is just... Man, that sucks. That is awful. I think we had that game, unless they were choice banded. But really, this team plays pretty well, and Slowking and Galar-Slowking is really good. You got to look out for the Cinderaces, which are everywhere. And our team really doesn't have a good counter to the Cinderaces that are everywhere. I didn't really run a lot when I was battle testing, but yeah, they're still here. They're still having fun. Some weather teams and stuff like that. You run into just about everything here. I thought about doing a weather team, but this is what we came up with. It's kind of balanced, kind of weak to fire, though. Darmanitan, you gotta look out. Lapras is only neutral and gets taken out by Cinderace. Honestly, this team does not like Cinderace. Pretty much nobody on the team likes it, but we play around it, guys. There's ways to play around it. You gotta switch on those sucker punches. Yeah, that's all I got for today. If you guys like the battle video, leave a comment down below. Spikemuth Cup, very fun. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.